Hi everyone, I'm Jason Carnegie, a fitness trainer and coach based here in Hawaii. Welcome to the first video on my channel, where I'm going to be discussing a variety of fitness related topics. And because burgers are awesome, maybe some food. And then, because I'm a tropical kind of guy, maybe I'll take you around Hawaii, show you what it's like to live here. I had a really tough time coming up with the topic for the first video. Mainly because there are, a wide variety of topics that really resonate with me as a fitness enthusiast and as a personal trainer. And I'm sure many of these topics are going to resonate with you as well. So I'll do my best to cover a wide range of topics on the channel, ranging from workouts that I do, specific exercises that are my favorites with the reasons why, to nutrition, and how I incorporate nutrition into my fitness goals. Okay, let's get it over with. So, even though I'm based here in Hawaii, you're probably wondering what the weird accent is. And it's 100% Jamaican, or at least it used to be. I haven't lived in Jamaica for about 15 years, so it's probably faded a little bit over the years, but that's where it's from. And no, I do not like the movie Cool Runnings. Don't ask. Okay, so the main topic for today's video is something that I struggled with for years, and it's something that I continue to work on even to this day. Something that is going to be a large part of my workout even tomorrow. So what is it? So I struggled for many years with back activation, specifically lat activation and development. So it's actually much easier for me and easier for most people to be able to contract those muscles which you can easily see. So doing a bicep curl and maximally contracting your biceps comes pretty naturally to most people. But being able to really contract your lats or your mid-back muscles is something that's significantly more challenging because you can't actually see them most of the time. You have to really visualize mentally what the muscle is doing and what you're intending to do with the exercise that you're performing. So the question is, how have I been able to overcome this challenge? So firstly, with the guidance of others who know more and through my own research and tons, just hours of practice, I've been able to really connect with my lats, connect with the muscles in my back to be able to more forcefully contract them. If you live here in Kauai and you train at KAC, you've probably seen me going through the motions of trying to activate my back muscles before starting a back workout. You've seen those weird movements that I do. You probably think I'm a little bit crazy, but there's actual method to the madness. It's really started to come together over the past 1.5 to 2 years. And as I've progressed and improved my back activation, I've incorporated so much into my back workouts. Tons of pull downs, tons of variations of pull-ups. A variety of different rows, whether it's cables or dumbbells or barbells, you name it, I've tried it, I've incorporated it into my routines wherever possible. So if you're also struggling with back or lat activation, keep watching. There are a number of tips I'm going to go through that helped me that I'm sure will help you to improve upon the activation of your lat. Maybe you'll only need to incorporate one or a couple of these tips, or maybe if you're like me, you'll find benefit from all of them. So the first one involves posture. As someone who sat at a lab bench all day as a research scientist and eventually sat in front of a computer for hours on end, my posture really wasn't the greatest. I really failed to learn how to adequately retract my shoulder blades and depress them and hold my chest upright. And that translated or spilled over into many of my workouts, including my back workouts. And so I definitely didn't understand or know how to position my shoulder blades in order to get the most out of my back exercise. And the reality is, in order to generate as much force as you're capable of with your lats, you really need to stabilize your shoulder joint, and in particular, stabilize your shoulder blades in a down and retracted position. So that's really the first key. Learn to retract your shoulder blades, learn to depress them. Practice doing this at home, practice doing this in the gym, before your workouts, after your workouts. Just train your brain to understand what the position feels like and maintain that position. Another simple concept that's sometimes difficult to incorporate into practice is to really minimize momentum, or minimize throwing your body or moving your body in such a way that you're using more momentum than you are the target muscle to move away. We've all seen that person or even been that person rocking forwards and backwards on pull down movements or on rowing movements, but what we're actually doing is using muscles of the lower back to move the weight rather than the lats or the mid back that we're trying to target. So stop doing that. The key, set yourself up, stabilize yourself, and then lock yourself into that position. Another hurdle that I faced is really understanding or appreciating the degree to which the connection between my mind and the target muscle really matters. And that's something that you hear constantly, the importance of the mind-muscle connection. It's real. In order to contract a muscle and produce a movement that you're trying to produce, your brain has to send a signal to target muscles, allowing them to contract and relax in synergy with each other in order to produce the movement. So practice contracting your back muscles, practice contracting your lats without any weight whatsoever, and then progress to adding weight. In fact, while you're focusing on contracting your back muscles and really making that connection as solid as it can be, you'll get an added benefit of reducing bicep engagement. Of course, this becomes more challenging as you increase the weight, but continuing to focus on recruiting and using and activating your lats, you'll reduce the bicep engagement automatically. Another tip that helps with reducing bicep engagement or involvement in your back movements is focusing less on the weight that's in your hand and thinking more about your elbow or your upper arm. Focus on driving your upper arm backwards while keeping your elbow pointed towards the floor. And right at the final portion of the movement, as you're maximally shortening the lat, think about driving your elbow not only downward but inward towards the lower portion of your back. I'll put together a separate video discussing the anatomical reasons why driving with your elbow instead of with your hand makes sense for lat activation. But for now, just imagine, just focus on driving your elbow down and backwards, and then at the end of the movement, inward toward the midpoint of your back. So for our first video, this one's already getting a little bit long. If you've made it to this point, hopefully it's because you found the information useful and not because you're transfixed by the weird accent. But either way, thank you for watching. If you found the video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe if you're interested in receiving notifications for future Hawaiian accent delivered fitness related content. For now, it's rest day. I have no workout today. It's a sunny day in Hawaii. See you soon.